asking for a constitutional amendment that will allow the state to take over public schools in Georgia. This so-called Opportunity School District, or OSD, is not an opportunity for the children of Georgia. This legislation has absolutely no language or actions that improve nor boost student achievement. However, it will allow the for-profit companies and private or charter schools to control our local schools and tax dollars. The OSD plan will allow the governor to create a state-controlled school system with an appointed superintendent, a superintendent of his choice, who will answer and be accountable only to the governor. The bill will silence the voices of parents, local school boards, educators, and the tax-paying communities of Georgia. This amendment will remove the so-called low performing schools from local school systems for 5 to 10 years. This bill does not address any measures or language to return these schools back to their local systems. Keep in mind that these schools will no longer belong to the districts, but they will be maintained, repaired, and operated with our local tax and federal dollars. The tax dollars that you and I will no longer control. The tax dollars that will be placed in a pool to be distributed throughout the state by the governor's superintendent czar. Governor Deal should not be allowed to inflict failed experiments in school reform on the schools of Georgia, where most of the population of the children are black and brown and cannot afford to be an element of an experiment. As in good medical practices and good business practices, education policies and solutions should be evidence-based. Georgia's school takeover bill is patterned after the New Orleans Recovery School District, and that school system has failed. If the governor is serious about improving, if the governor is serious about providing a real opportunity for Georgia students, he should be forced or focused on ways to address the out-of-school factors that cause our children to have difficulties learning, such as coming to school hungry, worrying about unrest and difficulties at home, even violence in their neighborhoods. It is necessary to focus on the whole child and remove the barriers so that effective teaching and learning can be achieved in the classrooms. I urge you to stand with Georgia students, parents, educators, labor leaders, and the community and the Georgia Federation of Teachers to provide a real opportunity and to reclaim the promise of public education, not just for a few, but for all the children of Georgia. Thank you.